Hello everyone and welcome to another contribution to Content Week, and I'm sorry for all of you Naranja and Uva fans. Actually, I don't know how to pronounce those. I'm pretty sure that means like purple and orange in Spanish, but I don't
actually. It is orange the fruit, and also the color, and then grape.
Grape. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, my high school Spanish is already paying off, and we're not even on the trip yet.
Exactly. Well, so welcome to the Ministerio de Turismo. I'm here with. Okay, I think I accidentally deleted the thing where it says "and Poppin," but there's a picture of Poppin there. So we're looking at the team for Shelgontbijt. Obviously, I'm a Dutch tourist throughout España, and my tour guide has come to take us on an absolutely wild ride. And Poppin here, my co-host, was born in America with a Spanish heart. God bless him.
It's been a long time coming. This was my true motherland. I'm very happy to take our good friend Electric through my neighborhood.
Through your neighborhood, indeed. So, our first stop. Would you like to introduce us to our first stop?
I would. I lost the Google Translate page, but it's one sec. Hold up. Let me break it down.
We are consummate professionals.
That's what you're paying me for.
Yep. I'm paying you an exposure.
Nuestra próxima parada es
Did you forget?
Palafin en Madrid.
Yay! Palafin in Madrid. So, new Gen 9 Pokemon. The first rule I set myself is I wanted to get 2 Gen 9 Pokemon as my first 2 Pokemon. I think that's a fun rule to do. It kind of, all the good ones went, so I wound up with a Mon. I don't think it went drafted in you guys' pool. It probably was overpriced for what it is, but it is a very fun Mon. So, why don't you tell them about Palafin?
So Palafin, I think it's a good mon to start with. If you're gonna pick it, it better be your first one, because holy shit, is it hard to build around. But I think that, you know, anything with 160 base attack, a 60 power priority move, it's got some kind of flavor there. You just got to bring it out with the rest of the team. So I think we'll see if you got the right pieces to do that. But Palafin is absolutely busted if you can make it work, if you can make it the big boy form. So, and I mean, it has the tools to do that. It has the bulk, it has flip turn if you want. You can come back in and start throwing off jet punches and wave crashes.
I don't know if flip turn's worth though. I think you are generally going to be better off hard switching or being like a jack button, a jack pack, one of those.
Yeah, because it can do close combat with a jack pack.
Or get intimidated.
Right, that's always a good call, especially
that's the highest roll.
Yeah, and close combat's great when you come back in too, so that's definitely a viable strategy there, and it's pretty fast, right? It's faster than most stuff.
I mean, it's base 100, which is, I think, no, you're the one who did the defensive dock. I'm trying to remember what the speed tier was. I think it's in the top
average speed was 80, so the average speed was 80, so 100 is probably like top 80%, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's top 75%. I think it's the top quarter is 100. A lot of mons are at 100 that it's competing with, but it does have access to jet punch priority, which is pretty good. And yeah, 160 attack is kind of okay. Like, there have been Pokemon with low attack stats who have done things.
That is, can't argue with that. That's very true.
Yeah.
This is the highest attack stat in the format, and I'm pretty sure Wave Crash, if you Terra Water, is the strongest attack, like, without a boosting item you can do.
I find that unlikely.
Crazy.
There's boosting abilities, right?
Is it? Oh, yeah, the boosting ability. Probably Pure Power or something like that.
Oh, yeah, the Azumarill, right?
Yeah.
I imagine this one's probably stronger than Azumarill, but I'm not sure about that. EVs are so much stronger than base stats.
Yeah, if it's not stronger on paper, it's definitely like
it's incredibly strong. That's the important thing, and it's also got good bulk, which is another nice thing. I think it's like 180 or whatever, and 106 special attack with Boom Burst.
Oh, I didn't even know it has Boom Burst. That's awesome.
It runs it in singles because it hits tank growth. Oh, and like in national deck singles.
Oh, I was gonna say tank growth.
Yeah,
That's a throwback. Damn,
it's quite the
awesome.
quite the impressive mon. And Madrid is also just an absolutely beautiful city. Personally, I have only been to the Balearic Islands, the Islas de Baleares, I think it is. But I'd love to go throughout the rest of Spain. So, our first stop, obviously, we flew into the capital, Madrid, and now we're on our crazy train ride, dashing all around the country. So, where do we go next with the second most populous city? Barcelona.
Right. Barcelona.
All right, Mr. Train conductor man.
Oh, 1 sec. Hold up. Get enough.
Open it. Keep it open in like the bottom corner of your screen.
Probably a good idea. Ah, man, how did I already lose this? I thought I was gonna have it memorized, but maybe it's stage fright, you know.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I mean, Armarouge.
Nuestra próxima parada es Barcelona con Armarouge.
Yeah. I found out it is actually also called Armarouge in Spanish as well. I think maybe all the Pokemon are.
Yeah, that's Armarouge. That sounds better, anyways.
I mean, if you spell the same. I think Rouge is French, not Spanish, right? What's red in Spanish?
Rojo? So yeah, it is.
Oh, it is French, right? Damn, look at them.
Yeah, I don't.
Should have been Armarouge. That sounds pretty stupid, huh?
It sounds like a, it sounds like a threat someone says when they're like particularly drunk. I'm a Rojos. Anyways, so it's a fire psychic type. It's the only Pokemon with expanding force in the format, and it has access to armor cannon. It's a signature move, which is 120 base power. It's a special close combat fire type, which is pretty good.
Oh, you gotta love that. This thing is. I haven't respected this thing very much. I haven't played much ladder, but from what I've seen, this thing is actually the real deal. Like, it's super strong, right?
One of the best Trick Room setters as it stands. And it's been putting in good performances with Indeedee female in tournament as well. Which says a lot in a format that is, like, incredibly centralized around Murkrow and Hydreigon.
Yeah.
Both of which obviously check expanding force.
Yeah, expanding force spam is always good. And
for sure.
Does this thing get focus? Does it get focus blast?
I have no idea.
Or any kind of way to deal with it? Well, we'll find that out eventually. But you know what?
If the Hydreigon turns into a steel type, blast with armor cannon. But you know what?
I think the nice
thing
about fire, doesn't it? It does get mystical fire to drop their
if it does turn into fire, then
gets lava plume to proc your partner Dash Bun.
Right, you gotta draft that.
I mean,
value fairy type.
It went before my next pick after this month.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Who picked that?
Ray did round 3.
Oh.
Literally the pick after me. So the pick before my next pick, which clearly was going to be Dash Bun, obviously. That was definitely obvious, right? Yeah, it was all. It does not seem to get Focus Blast. It does get Aura Sphere. Oh, it does also get Focus Blast, but it does get Aura Sphere, which helps it hit Darks. Also, I think it gets Gleam. No, it does not seem to get Gleam. I might just be insane. I guess Clear Smog, which is good for the opposing Tatsudozo.
Oh, do you have the Tatsudozo in your division?
Both divisions have Tatsudozo.
Or both, like in your
I have no idea. I just made a video about it. I didn't check.
You play
Dark Pulse, Energy Ball. It's pretty good.
Farad. Yeah. Yeah, Armarouge it's the real deal, man. It's got such good coverage. It has a lot of viable Terra types too.
Absolutely, and it's 85, 180 defenses are pretty good. Access to Flash Fire is super good with the thing, and it has weak armor, weakness policy as a potential option, which is definitely a strong thing when combined with another Pokemon that's coming up. But before we get there, we have to get to the Pokemon that I had to replace, Dashbun with after it was tragically sniped from me.
You hate to see it.
Pulled away from my grasp. It was definitely the mon I was going to be taking that instead, but I had to get a different fairy. So on to our next stop, which, as you guys, anyone familiar with the geography of Spain can tell you that this is clearly the most reasonable stop to go next after Barcelona from Madrid, right?
Nuestra próxima parada es Seville.
Is it Sevilla? I thought it was Sevilla.
Sevilla? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
You're the one
apparently,
who's been to
it's
France
also
or
Klefki in
Spain.
Spanish. I wonder if it's one of those things where the first like 1 or 2 gens they translated names differently in Spanish, but now they mostly just use the English name, or if it's just random Pokemon changed to Spanish.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I only used to know the international names when they came out in Japan before. So like
Oh, you mean like Landloss?
Landalos and Hihidaruma, the classic.
I mean, yeah, Landloss, Thundurus. I'm trying to remember what Escadrille.
or Yuzu.
Yeah. It's classic. Sorry, the Gen 5, like preliminary Gen 5 tiers are the ones that have done the most into my mind based on their Japanese names.
Right, that's when I started playing Showdown too.
So yes, Sevilla. Oh, sorry, I forgot to talk about Barcelona. The city.
Tell me a
Barcelona.
little bit about Barcelona.
It look. I mean, I believe it's the economic capital of Spain. It's the heartland of Catalonia. It really is a beautiful city. My dad actually went there for work a few years ago, because he works in rail, and the rail center. Barcelona is kind of like one of the transport capitals of Spain. A lot of significant train manufacturers work out of the region, but beyond that, it's also just a beautiful city to go on holidays to. It has some of the best beaches in Spain, from what I understand.
Yeah, look at that picture. That's a beautiful coastline.
Absolutely, and a lot of older architectural sites as well. Archaeological, it's cool museums. That's the word I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Not that you kind of get less of those in other places in Spain, because Spain.
True. Fair.
So
tell me a little bit about Sevilla.
I probably should talk about
our boy
Klefki first, right? Yeah. So Klefki is he's a cool guy. He's like a cool dude. He sets up screens. Jamie Boyd's hot take is that it's better than Grimmsnarl. I think both Palafin and Armarouge benefit from screens pretty well, especially the weak armor Armarouge set. But Palafin has good bulk and access to Drain Punch, which it uses kind of like Stab in OU. So clearly it would do the same here, right?
Exactly. I drafted a singles team with Garganackle and other stuff like that. But on a team with Palafin where you have to do that hard switch turn 1 to actually have a Pokemon, screens are definitely going to help you out there.
I think you'd be surprised at how strong even base form Palafin Jet Punch is.
What's base form's attack?
Oh, it's like 60 odd or 70. I think 67, but like it's still 60 base power priority move. It's like having Technician. It's not like Sizzle or anything, but it still is impressive.
Yeah, I've used Wartortle Aqua Jet a hell of a lot, and I mean, 70's higher than whatever Wartortle is, and 60's higher than 40, so it definitely gets you chip.
So I believe Sevilla is towards the south of Spain, and it is sorry, my brain is dying. I think it's in the region of Andalusia. It's got a lot of beautiful cathedrals and mosques, because it was one of like the heartlands of originally Roman Spain, and then subsequently Muslim Spain, and then after that being very popular. And I think I believe in the image, though I'm not 100% sure, I believe this is an image of the Alcazar, which is named after the Alcazar, which are like these really fancy palace forts that the Andalusians would build in Spain.
Some of these places on these slideshows make me want to go to Spain. We
are being sponsored by the España Ministerio de Turismo.
This is an official video. It's you have to put the little sponsor tag in the description.
It's gonna be called like Come Visit Spain. And apparently have a nice breakfast. So yeah, Klefki, it's got a lot of support moves. It got access to Trick Room this gen, which is a solid option when I already have one of the best Trick Room setters in the format. I just got another one,
One of the nice thing about getting 2 great Trick Room mounts is that
no one knows which one it's coming on. And they both have Klefki's obviously probably a bit harder to fit Trick Room on because it's got so much else it wants to be doing. But
Yeah, I mean, you might be
give
surprised.
Armarouge another move slot to just deal some damage.
Absolutely.
Or bring it on both.
All right, and now, and also it has access to like Iron Defense, Carmine stuff, and you know what Pokemon can benefit from bulk up Palafin, Weakness Policy, Weak Armor Armarouge, and Carmine Iron Defense, Stored Power Klefki.
I think I know where you're going with this, but let's go to our next stop on the tour.
Just how far away from Seville do you think we're going to the next stop on our tour?
Well, as your tour guide, I would like to think we're going quite a ways, because the more time you spend on the strip, the more money I make.
Exactly.
So we're going all the way to Valencia, nuestra próxima parada, with our buddy Flamigo.
Flamigo. Ah, what a beautiful Pokemon. So this is...
as a fellow Flamigo enjoyer, I'm all here for this. Let's gush about this.
Okay, so it's got 3 abilities, but 2 of them matter. So the big one that matters...
Hey, I played someone with Tangled Feet Flamigo on the ladder the other day.
Well, you know, that was the one that mattered. You know,
Yeah.
It's got
That's
Scrappy.
one of the 2, right?
Yeah, that's one of the 2. Scrappy and Tangled Feet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one on screen, Co-Star, which means the
Costad.
copies now stat stage changes. That was just a ruse. That's just to scare my opponents. Now it's Scrappy and Tangled Feet. Tangled Feet raises your
Right.
evasiveness if confused, I believe.
You are dead on. I switched in. I chunked the Flamigo. It ate the Agwath berry. It got confused, and then I missed Make It Rain, and I was thoroughly confused. I had to sit there and think for a couple
Well,
minutes.
you're both thoroughly confused, you know. And Scrappy makes it immune to Intimidate and lets it hit ghost types with Close Combat. Confused one of my friends when they were playing through the game, when they got hit by Close Combat, and they weren't expecting it.
That'll do it.
But yeah, Co-Star is a cool ability. It's got a lot of flavor to it, and Flamigo has 220 base power stabs. It's like a really bad Zapdos Galar, you know. It's got Tailwind, though.
I like to think of it as a better Zapdos Galar because of that Tailwind.
I like to think of it as a really crap one. It's not going to be living many Moonblocks.
You know what I think? I think of it as the ultimate value pick. For 3 points, this thing is crazy.
I agree.
It's got Tailwind. It's got the if you run Scrappy, like almost, I think it's like 2 mons in the format actually resist Close Combat and Brave Bird, and one of them's Deden, which I don't think got drafted in either division.
I believe Dedenne did get drafted in my division, actually.
Oh shoot! Well then, it sounds like you got
Hopefully
you got
it's not
hard
that cool,
counter there.
you know. Isn't it? Are there not more Pokemon?
There are, but they're not in Scarlet and Violet.
So Oricorio and Kilowattrel.
True. Yeah, but it's those 3, and then
Is there no Psychic Flying?
not in the game.
Besides Oricorio, there are multiple Oricorio forms.
Right.
Is there actually no Psychic Flying type?
Well, there might be, but that doesn't resist flying, right?
Oh, you're right. It doesn't. It just 4x resist fighting.
Right, and it'll fuck up Flamigo either way. This thing, it could deal some good damage, because on my video I had it. This is like 75th percentile for attack, but
That's sad.
I didn't even bother looking at defenses.
It was 115. I think I looked at the Poppin score of it a while ago.
It's pretty bad.
It's
Pretty low.
It's not. It's pretty like towards the middle. It's less bulky than basically every other Pokemon I have.
Yeah, even some of these other ones coming up, which is pretty sad. But you know, for 3 points, you can
Let
do
me
worse than
find-
Flamigo.
I have the Paldea Poppin calculator. I'm pulling it up. It still doesn't have the I think your version, like the version I have, doesn't even have the Paradox and Ruins in, let alone their abilities.
Yeah, I took those guys out for this season.
So Flamigo it has a Poppin rating of 62, which is the same as Eviolite Gumi or Grafire.
Oh, don't say that.
It's below Dedenne, by the way. It's below Veluza.
It is the hard counter. Dedenne.
Dedenne is bulkier.
Nightmare.
Yeah, no, this mod is very funny. It's got equivalent defensive BST of 125, but it apparently has a good defensive typing,
That's true.
according to you.
So I don't know about that.
It's the same bulk as Murkrow with Eviolite.
So it has to be good.
Basically Murkrow, right?
Right. I'm getting mixed messages here, but I believe you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you were saying, right? basically Murkrow. It's got Tailwind. That's all you need, right? Who needs haste?
Tailwind. It's got Tailwind. It's got Faint. Easy.
Does Murkrow have Faint?
I don't think Murkrow has Faint. So that means Flamigo's better.
It's better. Also, it has Wide Guard, which is one of the reasons I picked it up. I also already had Armarouge, which is like the best Wide Guarder. Armarouge runs Wide Guard in Tour, I think. But you know, who needs? You want more Wide Guard Pokemon, right? So
It's
that you
the
can.
classic strategy of there's no such thing as a Wide Guarder if you have all of them.
No,
so
you see,
can just expanding force everywhere.
you're missing it. No, you discharge next to Flamigo while Flamigo clicks Wide Guard, and you can Earthquake next to Armarouge while Armarouge clicks Wide Guard.
Ooh, I didn't know it worked like that.
It also works in singles.
Good to
which
know. I'll
I
put that
found
on
out
next
when
week.
someone Wide Guard stalled out all of my Earthquakes.
Oh my god. I'll put that on my next Tangled Feet Flamigo.
Yeah, that's the tech for sure. So, on to our next stuff, and this is one of the classic Pokemon. And it's again very different place in Spain.
Gijon or Gijon.
I think it is Gijon, but
Is
I'm
it?
not entirely sure.
What are
It's
they doing in
it's
Spain?
Australianese, so
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I might just be
I never even heard of this
completely
city
butchering.
before.
It's next to, I believe it's next to Oviedo. It's like I said, it's in northwestern Spain, but it is absolutely beautiful. Oh, I just realized I forgot to talk about Valencia. Valencia has so much beautiful architecture. Again, it's another one of those cities that's full of beautiful cathedrals, but also I believe it is not too far from the coast, so it has nice beaches as well, and the surrounding landscape is absolutely incredible. So Gijon, this is one of the ones that's couched in the mountains towards the north of Spain. Not as much as one of the later stops, but so it's not like on the Pyrenees, but it's got some of those northern mountains in the more classic way. And
got that nice ocean view, and you can see the snow up in the mountains. And you got that nice forest in between. That's a beautiful city.
It's got the, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like, it used to be a palace and it was turned into like a gigantic art museum that's
whoa.
Next to like a concert hall, which is pretty cool. And on top of that, it's got like a really old like fishing village that you can go and check out. So it's definitely like a really interesting thing. It's got like a build that looks kind of like the Kothon, because it's the natural bay surrounding it. But yeah, it's kind of like the port out from Oviedo, which is a bigger city, but I decided that I wanted to do Gijon because I chose to. Stop bullying me.
It's a beautiful spot. I fully support your choices.
Okay, I appreciate
including your
that.
choice of drafting Jolteon.
Indeed. So I
you
wanted
like
a
that
Pokemon
transition?
that was strong. Yes, that was a great transition. Thank you. I wanted a Pokemon that was like strong and not weak, because a few of my Pokemon have been apparently weak. People are like, oh, your Pokemon are kind of not that strong immediately, but Jolteon is definitely pretty strong. It has 130 speed and 110 special attack with access to Thunder and Thunderbolt, as well as it can Terra Ice and get Bolt Beam coverage, you know, everyone's favorite. Did lose Weather Ball
It could
this
be
gen.
better Glaceon.
Yeah, I mean, better Glaceon, I mean...
It's not hard to do.
Would you rather be the Ice type or the Electric type? You know?
I'd rather be the fast one.
I mean, that's fair. Glaceon does have a higher Poppin rating than Jolteon. But
Yeah, it's
Jolteon
not- it's
has
not
a
higher,
nice
it's-
Poppin rating.
Yeah, it's not hard to be bulkier than Jolteon, though. And Glaceon has such a bad defensive typing, assuming you Terra them, Jolteon gets even worse if we make it.
Yeah,
Ice
that's
type.
what we're saying, is right? Would you rather be an Electric Glaceon or an Ice type Jolteon?
It's the question that's been asked for ages.
It is the eternal question. But no, Jolteon is fast, and I wanted a fast Pokemon, and it's strong, and I wanted a strong Pokemon. And it does have an electric immunity, so I can switch it in the slot where I was originally having Palafin, if I'm worried about taking electric move.
That's a super nice synergy there. It doesn't have Electro Web in this. Like, I don't think anything has Electro Web anymore. But
It's
you got
not a
T-Wave.
TM.
Yeah, you got T-Wave for speed control if you want it. You got Charm and Baby Doll Eyes are
I think
pretty nice
Spidops
too.
has Electro Web.
Spidops is the best. That's why I drafted that guy.
Yeah, I mean that's why you drafted, right? The Electro Web user.
Oh, never mind. Doesn't get Electro Web.
Ah.
Split up sucks.
I think there's some random Pokemon that gets Electro Web. Like I know previously, my brain was forgetting the Pokemon.
It's just Mareep and Magnemite lines.
Oh, Magnezone gets it. Broken.
So the fastest one that gets it is Magneton. Base 70.
Base
Slap
70
a scarf
speed.
on that.
That's a fast guy. How does it learn it? It says it gets it as an egg move. What does it get it as an egg move from? Nothing gets it by level up.
Genderless things.
What's right?
I don't know. Because Magneton doesn't have a gender, right? So how does it get egg moves?
You breed with Ditto, but how does it get it as an egg move if no Pokemon actually gets the move? You must get it via raids.
I guess that.
No, I'm not seeing a raid with Electro. I don't think any Pokemon actually legally gets Electroweb unless there is like a static Mareep or Magneton with it.
Yeah, it's got to be that. Weird. Anyways, enough about electric types that aren't Jolteon. Jolteon is.
I mean, it's pretty like it's got good speed F. You can Hyper Voice to boost its special attack.
Yeah.
It's got Electroweb if you're Scarf. It's got Volt Switch. It's got Charm and Fake Tears, which are pretty nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's
support.
Nice utility. I think it's pretty much against most teams. It's going to be the fastest thing on the field.
And you can pretend it's Gem 1 and click Double Kick.
Mm-hmm. You know what really likes getting double kicked? Armarouge. Get that nice
2 weakness policy boosts without any without the weakness policy.
Yeah. If you just want to go fast, just kick it twice.
Yeah. No, double kick is for the Sash, the Sash King Gambit.
Oh,
no, King Gambit most likely lives.
No. You got to Bandit. Bandit, Terra Fighting. Go all
Terra Fighting, I reckon, probably would clinch it. Because it ran double kick in like Gen 1.
Yeah.
Turns out Chansey Tauros.
Yeah. Man, I've played some Gen 1 OU. That is a whole different game.
That's chess, man. That chess, if chess was good. By which I mean had a 1 in 100 and whatever chance to for a move to just miss. I think they should add that to chess.
Yeah. Sometimes your queen just misses.
Yeah. But yeah, so Eerie Impulse and Charm shuts down opposing teams. Fake Tears can support like Armarouge especially well. It has Trailblaze to break opposing ground types. Why? I don't understand Trailblaze. They gave it to everything, and I really just don't understand why. Also, it's Pin Missile for grasses.
I was unironically looking at picking up a Pin Missile Mon for.
It is 65 attack. Sorry.
I was looking at a Pin Missile Mon for Rattled to Dunsparce. Get that super duper speed boost.
So I've used Pin Missile before. I just had Technician, so. Or a Mega Heracross. That's the other place.
Oh, true. Mega Heracross is. What do we got to do to get that thing back?
I have another season of EBL that actually happens.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
The commissioner's probably got to get on that.
I think we should probably at least wait until like late Jan.
Yeah. Not for a while.
So at this point, I realized that my team was too slow. Jolteon, not fast enough. Flamigo, Klefki, Palafin, not fast enough. So I decided that I would take the high-speed train. And where did I take the high-speed train to?
Well, my friend, you took the high-speed train to Nuestra Próxima Parada, Zaragoza.
Indeed. So here's Salazzle. I picked Salazzle to be Zaragoza because they both had 2 Zs in the name. That was the entire thought process. Like, it's not even. Right. I'm not joking.
It's rock solid. You know. What else could you say? They have both more than 1 A, 2 Zs. I love Z.
This is one of the ones. Zaragoza is one of the ones I think I associate a lot the most with a lot of the Gothic architecture. I was talking previously to you about how there's a lot. I think it is the capital of Zaragoza.
Yeah.
Which is in like Aragon. So this is quite near Barcelona, relatively speaking. Certainly.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it's definitely a shorter train trip.
It would have made more sense to go from Valencia to Zaragoza to Gijon than Valencia to Gijon to Zaragoza. But yeah, no, it's got a lot of that classic Austro-Gothic architecture, as you can see. beautiful river running through the city. Some absolutely incredible, like I said, cathedrals, mosques, basilicas, and I think some palaces as well. It just is. I think it was on the border during like the early days of the Reconquista, so it kind of swapped. It was like one of the main things that swapped between Andalusia and the different. I know it became a taifa later. I can't remember what the term is for the different like rump Catholic states in the north. But got a lot of that. I can't remember what that word is either. That's weird like Catholic and Muslim mix that was prominent in Spain at that period of time.
Well, your guess is better than mine. I don't know jack shit about Spain.
But you're the Spanish heart,
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think Salazzle might be bulkier than no. Salazzle's actually one of my least bulky Pokemon technically. It's at 46. Yeah, that is the lowest so far.
That is pretty.
That might be one of the worst fully evolved mons.
Well, it's above Barraskewda, it's above Breloom, Cacturn, Vivillon.
Yeah,
I'm going down
so
and I'm finding more fully evolved Pokemon.
That's just depressing. It shows the state of some of those early gen mons. Right?
Delibird.
Yeah, we don't talk about Delibird. We talk about Iron Bundle next season.
Next season? I hope not. I hope there's another season.
before everything goes to shit.
Like, give us like the Hisway mons first,
Dude,
Zaragoza, it's a fast fake out user. The overheated jetpack set is classic, but obviously it's competing for a jetpack with Palafin. Strong as hell though. This mod is so strong.
Salazzle's something that I was looking at seriously picking up, but
yeah,
I ended up running out of points.
Second fastest fake out user in the format. How'd you run out of points? I had a bunch of points left at the end, and I'm like, okay.
I blew all my points on like upper mid tier mons in like the first couple rounds, and then I had nothing left over. I had a big fucking Spidops at the end. That's how down bad I got.
I mean, Spidops is a broken Pokemon. That's not gonna electro up. So yeah,
imagine if it did though.
Beautiful city, Salazzle, fast mon, strong Pokemon, nasty plot, funny, but overheat, Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb. It gets like Dark Pulse and Dragon Pulse.
Mm-hmm. One of the few mons that gets
Oblivious means that it doesn't get intimidated, so it's good at running a jetpack as opposed to Palafin, which just kind of wants to switch if it gets intimidated.
Yeah.
And I think Oblivious, is that the one that makes you immune to Taunt?
I believe, yes it is.
That way you can Toxic Stall Slice Toxapex.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You can Encore it, make sure it never does anything. A fast Encore is so good.
Fast Encore is unhealthy. Dude, they should just delete that move, man. I hate that move so much. I don't care if I have it. Oh, it's also got Wisp as well. That's the other move I wanted to say.
Yeah. You're the second fastest Encore in the format.
It's got Thunder Wave. Why?
Because, you gotta.
You know what? This Pokemon might be okay. Oh, it has Fire Lash. Broken.
Ugh. Fire Lash off an unintimidatable mon? What do you do?
For some reason, it has Fire Lash, and Slandit doesn't. It's the evolution move.
Classic evolution move.
It's the only one in the entire game that gets Fire Lash.
Yeah. I don't know what else would, right? It's not a TM this gen.
Yeah.
Or I don't think it was a TM last gen, though. But I know, like, Center Scorch got it. Obviously, Heatmore has its signature move, but it's not in the game.
Yeah. Or Heatmore.
Wait.
Rest in peace.
Wait. Heat Lash was only introduced in Gen 7? It wasn't in Gen 5 and 6?
Nope.
What the hell? Okay.
They had to throw Heatmore a bone like a couple years later. Did this thing get Fire Lash in Gen 7? Did Heatmore never have its signature move?
No, it had no. This thing only got it in Gen 8, of course.
It's
what you thinking? But yes, also Salazzle's not in the human-like egg group.
Ew.
I don't understand egg groups. This is in the dragon egg group, which makes sense because it's a lizard. But
is it just dragon?
Monster and dragon.
the classic monster dragon combo. I can't believe I forgot that.
I have no idea what are in the monster dragon egg group.
I haven't thought about
Charizard?
Ever.
Yeah, is it just every dragon that is dragon-like at all? Sceptile is in Monster and Dragon. Garchomp is in Monster and Dragon. Haxorus and Druddigan are in Monster and Dragon. Tyrantrum's in Monster and Dragon. Drampa is in Monster and Dragon.
Dude, egg groups are a whole fucking...
It really is just like half of the dragons.
It's just like another type chart. It's too much to memorize.
It's an interesting egg group, the monster egg group. The Pokemon I know a bunch of them are ones that I would say are human like, but not human like.
Salazzle's a little bit too much human like for my taste.
I don't know, too much, or is it just enough? I remember seeing it in game as well. It's a lot easier to catch in this game than in previous games. Well, it was really easy to get in Gen 7, but painful to get in Gen 8. Because in Gen 7 you could SOS chain for it, and in Gen 8, Gen 9, they spawn a Salazzle with a bunch of Salandits around it, so you can actually get the Salazzle. But in Gen 8, you just have to catch Salandits until you found a female one.
Did you ever try to catch a Toxapex in Gen 7?
Yeah, I completed the Dex in Gen 7. It's the only gen I did it in.
Yeah, that's dedication, man.
I caught Pex and bred the Marini.
Yeah, a buddy of mine, we spent...
I thought you couldn't catch Pex. Because I remember a buddy of mine, we spent like an hour SOS chaining for Marinis with Regenerator, and he never ended up finding one, but it took me like literally an hour. It was one of the...
It might be Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon that you can get it in. It was Ultra Moon that I did it in.
Oh yeah, I never played Ultra Moon.
Did you play Ultra Sun?
I didn't play Ultra Sun either.
Heartbreaking. Fake Pokemon fan. I didn't play Arceus, so...
So yeah, look at that. Oh, good times.
Yeah, Salazzle, funny guy.
Grind.
So on our next stop?
Our next stop, we are taking the train, hopping on the metro, and
nuestra próxima parada es
Bilbao.
Bilbao is...
How are you finding all these cities in Spain? I've only heard of a couple of these. I guess I'm just uncultured.
You're American.
Yeah, well, that's what I said, uncultured.
Yeah, so Bilbao is the Basque city I was talking about previously. This is straight just on the edge of the Pyrenees. It's a beautiful city, man, because it's built on that elevation, and it's got so much... you can tell a lot of it's been redesigned in succeeding generations to kind of blend in all of these different styles.
Yeah, at least in this picture you sent me, it looks super not old at all.
Dude, I spent... I mean, but you can see that cathedral poking out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bridge that Bronzong is in front of, but the bridge also looked pretty. But you can see there's like a whole bunch of different architectural like eras there. Like, you know that I think that's a shopping center that's facing us. I'm trying to remember what Americans call shopping centers. Mall? The mall?
A shopping mall?
A shopping mall? Like that is it's got like a lot of that like classical kind of style, and you see that Gothic building structure out. And also the Basques are just really, really cool. There are a bunch of words in like Algonquin. I forget where around in the US that you're from, but if you're from the East Coast, there are a few loan words from Basque in like Native American languages in that region, because they used to...
Seriously?
Yeah, because Basque fishermen used to sail and fish around there and trade with them.
Right. Look at that. I'm learning stuff about American history too today.
Dude,
I'm from... Yeah, I'm Southwest.
I'm left with you, Chief. The Basque fishermen, you know, it's like they've been everywhere, you know. It's like,
I guess so. Across an entire fucking ocean. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, obviously, you know, Spain got like a start out of there, so then they would...
they got everything.
They would just sail up from these things, yeah. And Bronzong, it's my third Trick Room setter, my second Steel-type Trick Room setter. It's the first one that's slow. It's got Nightshade this generation, which is a significant buff, so you can run just like pure support. It's got Explosion with Terra Normal. That's good, right?
That's a classic moveset.
I don't think I have a Ghost type, but you know, I can just Terra Ghost and Terra Normal at the same turn.
Yeah. If you do it fast enough, Showdown lets you do it.
Yeah, I mean, no, Showdown doesn't let you do it, but Card does, you know. As long as you have to click like the specific right moves in order for it to let you, but you know, it's...
Yeah, we both done it.
It's like the Oko moves, you know. So yeah, Bronzong, funny guy, jarrable, screens. I don't know, it does very little that Klefki doesn't. Body press though, with Iron Defense instead of stored power. It's a fun guy. It can set Psychic Terrain up for Armarouge.
It's one of the all-time classic VGC mons.
Absolutely.
Super bulky, great typing. It doesn't have like, there's not too much around that can really like take advantage of Bronzong, I don't think. And I mean, it's always got the superposition of it has levitate and heat proof at the same time.
Exactly.
Until you make the mistake of trying against the wrong one.
Until they terra flying and you hit heat wave and it is resisted.
And then you cry.
Yeah.
Fucking
no, I remember in singles, it's got both of them at the same time until it gets affected by sticky web.
That's the only way to tell.
I mean, that was like a draft, or it might have been a tournament game. I think it was spikes in a tournament game, and I've seen webs in draft more than once. And it's like Bronzong comes in on the webs, and they're like, "Wait, that's heat proof." Sadly, Dark and Ghost Roots exist.
You didn't see anything. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to go. I'd love to go on like this mad dash around Iberia.
Yeah, for real. It's such a nice part of the world. I've only been to Europe once, and I was a stupid teenager, so I didn't appreciate it.
I was also a stupid teenager, but I did also appreciate a bit of it. And with the last stop we go on is the, the last stop that we catch the train to, wink, is the only place that I will have been to so far. But on to our next stop.
That last stop. Nuestra próxima parada es Malaga.
As you can tell, it made perfect sense to have this, 5 stops after Seville? 5 or 6? It's just another one of those deep south of Spain, Andalusia cities. It's got so much beautiful shit. I love a lot of that, first the Gothic architecture, and then the subsequent Amazigh architecture from like the Almohads and the Almoravids. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah. What do you know? What this in this picture? Do you know what this is? This complex?
I think this isn't actually from Malaga. I think this is I'm pretty sure this is the Alhambra, which is in Granada, not Malaga. But I don't know why I put that there, but you know what? It's fine.
You could have played it off as being in Malaga. I would have bought it.
Yeah,
I would have ate it right up.
Viewers down below would have called me out and commented that I did the wrong thing.
They still should. They should still leave a comment.
They should definitely leave a comment. I don't know if it's just similar thing. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, it's
so this is the Alcazaba. So it's similar to the Alcazar. So it's Alcazaba.
It's a fortress,
which means citadel. I forget how to pronounce the S with the dot under it. Okay, so it's similar to, but different from the Alcazar. They're just also both incredibly beautiful forts. Apparently, it was originally a Roman villa, and there are also remains of the Carthaginians there.
Oh.
So like, this hill, it's got some history to it.
For real, look at that.
It also has the Spanish, but yeah.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. And taking it was one of the most significant events of the Reconquista, apparently, to the end of the Reconquista.
Look at that.
It was still a fort.
This is just going to be a draft review. It's also a history lesson.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. Well, no, it's a tourism ad.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I misspoke. You're right.
Yeah. You just got to go to Spain. I really want to go to Spain. And you'll be my translator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Or interpreter.
I had enough Spanish to make it through Peru when I was 16, so I'm sure those skills are still there.
Good news about Spain is I think they have even higher English literacy than Peru, which already has pretty decent English literacy, at least in cities.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't talk to old people, right?
Yep.
It's basically the rule of traveling, trying to speak English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I stayed with a host family, and if there was any word that I just couldn't think of, I asked the girl I was staying with, who's my age, hey, how do I say this in Spanish? And she was, I got you. And then there was the day I got sick, and I had to stay home with her family. And it was
not knowing Spanish is your first language and being incredibly ill is not a fun combo.
Being sick is not great.
That's true. But you know what else is great?
Lokix.
This one has first impression and sucker punch with tinted lens. Spat it. That's what it does.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
It's my Ghost and Dark resist.
Right. What's its Poppin rating?
I don't want to check.
Understandable.
55.
Hey,
Sorry, I misspoke. Whatever Pokemon it was I was trashing earlier. At like 62. Flamigo. Flamigo is way bulkier than a lot of other Pokemon I have. Yeah, this one is not the most bulky, but it's natural. Like, I think its typing is good. Well, let me find how you ranked this bug dark typing.
Yeah, probably not too good defensive.
See, I would have thought it would be good, but you have it as a
pretty
rating higher than 1, and I don't know if that's good or bad.
A rating higher than 1 is bad.
A rating
How much
higher than 1 is bad. Okay.
Because it's pretty similar to Grass Dark in terms of some of the weaknesses, but no quad weaknesses, obviously. Good.
Yeah, I mean, I like Bug as a defensive type. So wait, I don't... So, offensive profile higher than 1 is good, defensive profile higher than 1 is bad.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the average multiplier.
Right. I was confused because one of the numbers are similar, and then the shades of color are very different. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's got, well, obviously the same thing with Grass Dark is that people really appreciate resist to types that you only get with a few bad types. Specifically, Ground is a big one, and then Ghost and Dark are big ones for Dark.
I do like Lokix though. It's somewhat fastish. It's above average.
I think it's really good for 3 points.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. First
It's
impression.
82 speed, I think, which is only a bit. Or is it 92? 92. That's pretty good.
92 is definitely
My
not
team is
bad. So
mostly above.
Hey, your team's
the average speed.
super fast.
For a team
At
with
least
3
everything
Trick
we've
Rooms.
seen so far. Yeah.
3 good ones, mind you.
You're gonna do that Dragon Bolt thing where you go so fast you overflow and get back down
And
to
that's Regieleki, not.
No, Dragon Ball can do that too.
Can it?
Sometimes.
I guess it
it's
probably
level
used to
100.
agility twice instead of just once.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Lokix is meant to be based on Kamen Rider.
based on what?
Kamen Rider?
Oh.
That's fuck. What is that? That's familiar.
It's like one of the similar to Power Rangers things, but they're like the protagonists are all generally like bug looking. But like, you know, they'll have like big robots and do mech fights.
Oh, it totally is. You're right.
Yeah.
That is like 1-to-1.
Yep. Sure. 1-to-1. I'll go with that.
Yep.
Because it has axe kick as well, which is similar to the like a Raido Kiko.
That sounds like a special move to me.
It also has low kick and double kick, but does not have high jump kick, which is breaking my heart.
Yeah.
Its coverage is really just fighting and then low base power moves, which is not amazing, but it does have access to Struggle Bug, which is good support. It has Pounce, which is good support, and you know, Tinted Lens is good ability.
Yeah.
Swarm is also a good ability.
Yeah, Swarm's pretty good, but like nothing really resists or double resists Dark. At least not too many relevant things like Grimmsnarl. Okay, just switch out, I guess.
Yeah,
Or use a
Grimmsnarl,
bug attack.
Lawroom. Is there a Fight Fairy? Yes, Iron Valiant.
Oh god.
That also
that's
4x
stupid.
resist both the stats.
That's Iron Valiant's gonna be a fucking nightmare when that comes out.
There's no Fight Dark,
Draft.
right?
Nah, not this game.
Persona?
Nope.
No Pangoro, no
Because I
Scrafty.
wanted to draft Scrafty and then I found it wasn't there and I got sad.
Dude, if Scrafty was there, that'd be like a round 2 pick, you know?
For sure. Nothing else gets Intimidate Fake Out. That's an insta pick. It's a round 1 pick.
You forgot one other Pokemon.
What?
Scraggy.
The goat.
That one is very powerful. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed our brief trip to Malaga. The south of Spain is... sorry, one of the things I love about Spain is, you know, countries like the US, Australia, China, you know, these supermassive countries have all of these different climates because they're just so big that you can go all around, you know. You can see these, you know, snow-covered mountaintops, you can see beautiful deserts, you can see rainforests and jungles. Well, not really jungles in the US, but maybe on Hawaii, I think they might count as jungles.
Hawaii's got a jungle or two.
It's like, I don't know if they still count as rainforests or jungles, but it's kind of like splitting hairs.
One,
you know?
it might be Oahu that has a rainforest. It's one of the islands.
Yeah, they definitely have forests on them. It's more just like, are they categorized as jungles or rainforests? But yeah, so, you know, but Spain is a much smaller country that still has this really sheer climate diversity, mostly because it's in this awkward position where the middle of it's really dry because it just gets all of its wind and stuff from the coasts. So all the coasts, you know, you have like a Mediterranean coast, you have one coming from the South Atlantic, some coming from like the Bay of Biscay, and stuff coming from like over Portugal. So that contributes to them all having radically different environments. And then the center has such it is in such a unique way with a lot of its hills and mountains, where it really means that this is a place that, even as a smaller region, has such an incredible diversity of climates. And I don't know if climates is the right word, but yeah. No jungles.
Right, no jungles, but look at all these different places we visited so far. They look radically different, so it's definitely, if you want to get the most bang for your buck, why not go to Spain? Speaking of other places to go, we got our next stop.
For example, if you're a retiring Englishman, go to Spain. But yeah, our next stop,
boarding the train, getting everything ready, take a nice seat. Nuestra próxima parada es Valladolid.
I think both of the L's, or sets of L's, are silent. I think it's Valladolid. I don't know. I haven't been there.
I don't know. Spain. There's lots of different.
Valladolid.
Yeah, Valladolid.
Valladolid.
Oh my! I worked at a Mexican restaurant in high school, and I can't tell you how many.
Get me one of them fajitas.
This guy comes in. He comes up, rushed to the counter, all sweaty. He slams his tail down. Y'all got that albondiga soup?
I don't even know what that actually is because I don't know what like TexMex that well.
It's like a.
What's it actually sound like?
Albondiga.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not familiar with it.
Not albadongus.
No, not quite albonongus. No, that's tragic. So, Gabite.
What?
It was 1 point.
Why did you pick Gabite?
Just 1 point, and I needed a ground type.
You know.
When you put it like that.
Let's find it on the Poppin calculator.
Yeah.
Gabite has a Poppin score of 80, leaving it in like the top half of my Pokemon.
That's a pretty good pick. 90 attack, Earthquake.
Bishop doesn't have Eviolite factored in on this.
Does it? Does it not?
No.
There at the top there should be the little toggle.
Let's turn it on.
No, everything except Bishop has Eviolite.
Well, yeah,
I made another version of that where Bisharp actually has it. And okay. Bisharp's crazy bulky.
But... Yeah, that's very true. I don't disagree with that. But no, look, Gabite is pretty bulky. It's got 80 attack, which is okay. It's got 50 attack, which is okay when you're clicking Draco, and terrible when you're not clicking Draco or 4X moves. But its coverage is fine. I just wanted a ground type.
Speed. Okay, yeah, that for a 1 point ground, that's pretty good.
I think in terms of 1 pointers, this is one of the better Pokemon. If you aren't specifically looking for utility, because I already had 3 Trick Room sets.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through the list of moves this thing has here, and I'm kind of thinking Spite Ops might be.
If I were to make a trade, I'm not going to make a trade on a 1 pointer, but
yeah, I know. That's the problem with not having a grace period, is that you never want to trade the low tier fonts.
Yeah, like I can make so much better use. Like this thing is probably objectively better.
I think this is objectively better than most of the mons in 1.
Yeah.
I think there was Floette in 1. That one's really good.
Yeah.
It's probably the only other mon that comes to mind. That said, very weak to Ice, very weak to Fairy.
Right, and you're probably not going to want to Terra Gabite, but
I mean, maybe. If you want Terra Blast Ground.
Yeah, if you really could, it could work.
If you want a discussion of Terra and Eviolite mons, I have a video that will be coming out at some point. It could be before this, it could be after this. I haven't recorded it yet, but it could still come out before this, depending on how I decide to schedule them. I will talk about Gabite in that video.
And I will be liking and subscribing.
Yep, and leave me a comment down below.
I'll unsubscribe just so I can subscribe again. That's good for the...
I'm pretty sure that's really bad. Leave a like on the video, comment, subscribe to Poppin, click the playlist at the end of the video. It's not on the screen yet, but it'll be on the screen later. And I found that is also one of the things which it really likes people doing, is clicking on the playlist.
Oh, I should make some playlists then.
Yeah, I've got playlists, and then I use the end screen thing to put like subscribe and playlist button, and then when people click on the playlists and they put comments, the videos do really well. And when they do one of those, the videos do okay, and when they do neither of those, the videos do magic the crappening. So yeah, but no, I think this Pokemon is impressively good. It also got Power Gem this generation, which isn't really that relevant when it has 50 attack, but it is 4x super effective, which is one of the main reasons to use moves on it. But with the Salt Dance up, it's strong.
Yeah,
how does it
definitely
compare to Garchomp?
Good value for one pick. I was looking at the other stuff on one, and I remember I was looking at a little bit at Dragonair too, but I think Gabite is objectively probably better than Dragonair. The only thing Dragonair could do better is like the rest,
E-Speed, so
Shed
it's
Skin,
better.
and E-Speed, but
E-Speed's pretty good. I mean, it's also got the thing that when you're burnt, it boosts your defense by.
Oh yeah, it does have that instead of multi-skill, huh?
Yeah. It's also bulkier. So Poppin 80 with Gabite, 92 with Dragonair, and 99 with Garchomp.
Damn, that's not too far off.
I gotta get your updated version.
9 times as expensive.
Yeah,
it is 9 times as expensive. You're not wrong. Anyways, on to my next dragon type, because I decided that fairies weren't real, so I picked 3 fairy weaknesses in a row.
No. Yeah, any good team gotta have 2 dragons. So we hop on the train.
We're going to something to a place that I didn't really talk about Valladolid at all, actually. Sorry, but I need to still talk about it for the purpose of the thing. This is in front of the Casa Contracion, which is one of the things that I knew. I know this. Okay, so this one I don't know because of history. I know this one because it's in Civilization 6. Is
that like a monument you could build, that one?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's one that's really good if you get it super early, but it's not great. Apparently Christopher Columbus died here.
Oh.
It's in northwest Spain. It's actually like pretty close to Bilbao, very far away from Malaga, not at all close to Cartagena, our next stop. But you know,
well,
Valladolid is it's something.
Man, I want to put this this trip on like one of those Google Maps things where it tracks out the whole total distance of the trip.
Dude,
see
I should do that
long
now,
this
actually.
takes.
I can do that literally while we do this.
Yeah, let me know, and we'll reveal the total length of our trip at the end of the video. So Nuestra próxima parada es Cartagena or Cartagena. I could go either way.
So there's one in Cartagena. No, so I think this one is Cartagena, but then the one in Colombia, which is named after it, is Cartagena.
So stupid.
And like I know it as Cartagena das Indias, but which is Cartagena of the Indies, but it's also just called Cartagena by most people, because you know they don't call it of the Indies when it's from the larger country.
Yeah. What a language.
Starting point, Madrid. Second point, Spain. Oh, not Spain. Barcelona. Just all of Spain.
Well, it is in Spain.
It's true.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, Goodra. This Pokemon has one weakness if you Terra Water it, because it's got Sap Sip. It's got 110 special attack, which is okay. It's got 100 attack, which is okay. It's got 150 speed F, which is good. It's got 70 defense, which is bad, but it does have Acid Armor Body Press, which is not bad, I think. It's very specially bulky. It's somewhat it's okay physically bulky. Its defensive typing is really good. GUI is funny. Hydration is funny with Rain Dance Klefki. If I do want to go degen.
Oh my god, the hydration rest. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Gen 5.
Gen 5. I mean
hydration Lapras.
Manaphy,
the better Lapras.
Uber's Manaphy.
The Lapras that was banned. Yeah, I think Goodra's a really good pick. It has tons of versatile stuff it can do. Terra Water is obviously great, but you can also do any kind of wacky stuff you want.
I'm stupid.
It gets,
I did
yeah.
Sevilla instead of Sevilla.
Where's that one? Is that not in Spain?
No, they're both in Spain. It's just that I got them confused, I think.
Oh my gosh.
So there's Seville, and then, which is Seville, and then there's Sevilla.
Oh
yeah, the other way that I know a lot of these things is they have football teams.
Oh.
Sevilla versus... They're different. No, okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's the same. It is the same city. It just is confusing me. So Sevilla is the name in Spanish, and then Seville is in English. Okay, that's why I was confused. I'm sorry, guys. I am not. It's not my fault. It is the fault of the interpreter here.
I didn't study up on Sevilla before this, but all these other cities. Well, not even all of them. Some of these other ones are pretty ambiguous too.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm sorry, Spanish Ministry of Tourism, which is, I think it's like the Ministry of like Industry, Entertainment and Tourism or something, but I didn't want to type out like a multi-line thing to put it there, so I didn't.
Yeah, that doesn't look good on the title screen.
It doesn't. It doesn't look good on the thumbnail, you know. So sorry. This Pokemon is funny. It's a funny guy.
He's a little squishy dragon.
I just realized in my set I completely missed the entire like I didn't go any more west than Gijon, which obviously Gijon is pretty west, but I missed like A Coruña, which was one of the things, or like Pontevedra or Vigo. They were definitely cities I considered doing, but didn't wind up in it. But yeah, so one of the great things about Cartagena is it actually makes sense for where the next stop is. Oh, I'm not allowed to put another stop on. Oh, well, that's tragic.
Oh no! Damn. At least this one's like the shortest, maybe.
Yeah. So Cartagena is.
So
Cartagena is. It was originally Nueva Cartagena. It was New Carthage. Nueva Cartago, I think it is. So it was New Carthage, and then it was founded by Carthage, and then it was a very significant city throughout the Roman era, throughout the Gothic era, throughout the Muslim era, throughout the Reconquista. I think this was one of the regional capitals during when it was part of the broader caliphate and not just the local Almoravid Almohad deal, or even after the other group. I don't remember. My history is not quite that good, but it's so that just basically means it has beautiful monuments from all different eras, which are just incredible. I don't remember what the one in the picture is though, because I'm not very smart.
That's okay. It's definitely, I don't know the answer to that question.
I tried, just not hard enough.
Yeah, true.
So now we get Catch on a Boat from Cartagena, which they actually make sense. Cartagena is one of the major...
I thought we were taking the train to this next one.
No, we can't take the train to the next one because it's a fucking island.
We can try to take the train.
Also, I told you, there's only 10 stops.
It's okay. 10 stops by train. We get on the boat. We get on the ferry.
Yeah, the ferry to Ibiza. This is actually one of the Ilha Balears that makes sense. So it's Ibiza. This is the one I've been to as well, which is
our final stop.
Yeah, and it's just a party city.
It's gorgeous though. This is like all these buildings just like bright white up against.
It was beautiful.
Mediterranean.
And one of the other things is it had like an open air gym.
Oh,
so
it's probably not too hot there, huh? Nice, just outside relaxing.
I mean, it was
beautiful.
Somewhat like it's Mediterranean hot.
Yeah.
I would say in terms of like the different cities in Spain, it's probably one of the warmer ones during summer. Probably warmer during winter as well, but not like hot by any means. Certainly not as someone who is Australian would think it.
Yeah.
One of the great things about this map, oh yeah, Gogo I got because it's the bulkiest grass type that was in my price range. That didn't need EV or light.
Like 2, 3.
What's right?
How much was Gogoat? 2,
3. I was looking at a 2-pointer, but this got 87. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the same as Gastrodon. It's the same as Dragapult. Why are Dragapult and Gastrodon the same? I don't like that.
I know, when I made that, it started showing me some things I don't like. I regretted it.
I don't like that at all.
But yeah, Gogoat for 3 points, pretty decent grass type. I don't know anything about Gogoat. I don't think I've ever seen it used in a battle ever.
It's got Bulk Up and Horn Leech.
Bulk Up, Horn Leech.
That's base 100 attack. It's pretty nice. 62 defense.
It's got 80 attack as well, which I can use the Pedal Dance to boost Sap Sipper or to do the Armarouge thing.
Oh yeah, you got that nice.
I actually don't know if it gets the move. I didn't check.
Oh, it gets
Milk Drink.
Yeah, it's got recovery, which is cool.
You can do Milk Drink and Synthesis. Heal 16 times like it was Gen 8.
Indeed. Yeah, that's the dream. To heal like it was Gen 8, not like it was Gen 1.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my god.
No.
Let's not think about that. Fucking 32.
I missed
Hello?
32 PP recover. But yeah, so Ibiza, it's a beautiful city. It very much has that aesthetic a lot of the med cities go for, where they all have that whitewashed sandstone. And it just looks beautiful. I only got to spend like a bit over half a day there, but I appreciated the entire time. Alright, so now we will bring forth the map of our journey that we've taken. So we started in Madrid, and then I think it's not like if you click on it as a thing. So Madrid, and then we went up to Barcelona, and then on Barcelona we went down. We skipped Valencia, and then we went, and then we now we're in Seville or Sevilla, and then we went back the exact same path, but didn't skip Valencia this time. And then to get to Gijon, we headed around there. We went through Madrid, up north to Gijon.
Might as well.
And then to get to Zaragoza, we went through Bilbao, not stopping,
Oh my
and then over to Zaragoza. Then we went right back the same path up to Bilbao, and then through Bilbao we went down, back again through Madrid, and then for some reason curved back up to get to Valladolid. Oh no, that's later. Sorry, I've gotten completely lost. From Bilbao we went to Malaga. So we went down again through Madrid, and we went past Seville, and then from up north from Malaga we went to Valladolid, and then we went again through Madrid for the final time. If you guys really want to see Madrid, we've gone through it a couple times by now.
Yeah, just so you don't miss anything.
And then we wound up in Cartagena, and then we took a boat over to Ibiza, which it was probably more than a ferry. That's just a pretty decent distance. Probably could have taken a ferry from Valencia, but we
had other things to do.
Yeah.
We were busy.
So if you guys thought that this was a comprehensive guide to Pokemon or tourism, I recommend speaking to a medical professional. Thank you, Poppin.
Absolutely happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Gracias.
Oh, de nada.
De nada. Adios. What's like Auf Wiedersehen, but in Spanish?
Hasta luego?
Probably.
Maybe?
Thank you guys for watching. This has been the Spanish Ministry of Tourism. Thank you.